Blue skies, crisp air. Marine One sliced through the atmosphere. President Thompson aboard reviewed his speech. My fellow Americans. A sudden jolt. Warning lights blazed red, cacophony in the comms, static crackled, agents scrambled. A blinding white light engulfed the helicopter, then silence. President Thompson was gone, vanished. The world held its breath. He awoke to disorientation. Blinding lights, metallic surfaces. Where was he? The air was thick with an unfamiliar scent, a mix of ozone and something metallic. His senses were overwhelmed, and his mind struggled to piece together the fragments of his last memories. President Thompson struggled against restraints, his mind racing. He remembered the meeting, the sudden flash of light, and then, nothing. Now, he was here. Wherever here was. Bound and helpless. The restraints were cold and unyielding, biting into his skin. Alien figures, tall and slender, with elongated limbs and large black eyes, moved around him. Their presence was both mesmerizing and terrifying. They communicated in a series of clicks and hums, a language that was completely alien to him. Their movements were fluid, almost ethereal. Their technology defied explanation. Strange devices hovered in the air, emitting soft glows and hums. Screens displayed incomprehensible data, symbols that danced and shifted before his eyes. He was a prisoner, a specimen. The realization hit him hard. He was no longer in control, a pawn in some cosmic game. The aliens observed him with a clinical detachment, as if he were an insect under a magnifying glass. His blood thrummed with fear, but his resolve was ironclad. He couldn't afford to show weakness. Every fiber of his being screamed to fight, to resist. He had faced adversaries before, but nothing like this. He was the President of the United States. He would not break. His position demanded strength, and he would not let his captors see him falter. He would find a way out, for himself and for humanity. Communication was impossible. Their language, a series of clicks and whistles, was beyond comprehension. The sounds echoed in the sterile room, creating an eerie symphony that no human ear could decipher. It was as if they spoke in a code that was never meant to be broken, yet their intentions were clear. Observation, experimentation. They watched every move, every breath, every heartbeat. Their eyes, unblinking and cold, missed nothing. The experiments were meticulous, almost surgical in their precision. Days bled into nights. Their technology, a fusion of biology and physics, was light years ahead. It was a seamless blend of organic and inorganic, a marvel of engineering that defied human understanding. Machines that seemed to breathe, devices that pulsed with life. They analyzed him, probed his thoughts, mapped his very being. Every memory, every emotion laid bare before their relentless scrutiny. It was an invasion of the most intimate kind, a violation of the mind. President Thompson, despite his fear, was fascinated. The unknown had always intrigued him, and now he was at the heart of the greatest mystery of all. His fear was a constant companion, but so was his curiosity. The science, the sheer audacity of it all filled him with a sense of awe and dread. The aliens' boldness was terrifying, their disregard for human autonomy chilling. Yet he couldn't help but marvel at their achievements, at the possibilities they represented. It was a paradox of emotions, a conflict between admiration and fear. On Earth, chaos reigned. The streets were filled with protests, people demanding answers, and the air was thick with panic. News channels broadcasted frenzied updates, each more alarming than the last. Accusations flew and theories abounded. Everyone had a different story, a different villain. Some blamed shadowy organizations, others pointed fingers at foreign powers. Conspiracy theories spread like wildfire, each more outlandish than the last. The world teetered on the brink of war. Military forces were on high alert, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Nations that were once allies now eyed each other with suspicion and fear. Only one thing was certain. The most powerful man in the world was in the hands of an unknown, unknowable force. The president had vanished without a trace, leaving a power vacuum and a world in turmoil. A global task force, the best minds in science and warfare, was assembled. Scientists, military strategists, and intelligence experts came together, pooling their knowledge and resources. They knew the stakes were high, and failure was not an option. Their mission: find the president. Every second counted, and the search operation was in full swing. Satellites scanned the globe, drones flew reconnaissance missions, and agents worked around the clock. Their challenge: comprehend the incomprehensible. Time was their enemy. Hope, their only weapon. They faced an adversary unlike any other, and the clock was ticking. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and they had to act swiftly and decisively. President Thompson felt a shift. The aliens, their cold curiosity now tinged with urgency, were preparing for something. Their eyes, like black pools reflecting the cosmos, held a terrifying knowledge. They showed him images, visions of cosmic events, galaxies colliding, stars dying. A message, stark and undeniable, was being conveyed. They were not conquerors, they were refugees, and Earth was in their path.